Hey dudes, it's your boy Andy here, and welcome to episode 2 of Video History. Today we'll be covering the 50s, 60s, 70s, and 80s. So, picture this. After World War II, Harry Truman was president and the post-war boom had begun. Well, everybody was happy, except for one country, the Soviet Union. It was the beginning of the end, the Cold War, between East and West, communism, capitalism, the Soviet Union versus the United States. Well, Germany was divided. West Germany was controlled by the United States and NATO. East Germany and all its satellite states was controlled but by the Soviet Union and the Warsaw Pact, which was a treaty signed by the Soviet satellite states. So let's begin in the 50s. The Korean War. My grandfather served in the Korean War. Began from 1950 until 1953. And that time, that was during Kim Il Sung's presidency. Well, it was between the North and South. North Korea was supported by China under Mao Zedong, and the Soviet Union led by Joseph Stalin and his successor Nikita Khrushchev. Well, South Korea was supported by us and NATO. Well, after 3 years of fighting, it was a stalemate. It's been the longest ceasefire since 1953. So let's begin in the 60s. JFK was president at the time. That was during the Cuban Missile Crisis. When my mom was 8, she had these air raid drills, and they were afraid that missiles would hit this country, and that was during the Republic of Cuba. And guess what? It's still communist to this day, under Fidel Castro, who overthrew the Batista regime. And Russia supported Cuba with missiles. And who was on our side? Well, NATO and, my guess, Turkey and Italy. Well, thankfully, that never happened. Well, if that happens, we'll be in nuclear war, and that'll be the end of that. Well, and that was during the Vietnam War, between the North, controlled by Ho Chi Minh, and the Viet Cong, and in the South, well, controlled by us. Well, years before, it gained independence from France, from known as Indochina. And, well, in the North, it was controlled by the Vietnamese Communist Party. And in the South, well, it did pretty good, until it was occupied by the Viet Cong. And in the North, it was supported by Cambodia under the Khmer Rouge Party. Well, it was supported by China and North Korea, along with the German Democratic Republic, aka East Germany. No, also look it up. Just a sec, guys, I just got it. Yep. We supported South Vietnam along with South Korea, Thailand, Australia, the Philippines, New Zealand, the Khmer Republic, the Kingdom of Laos, Republic of China, along with Malaysia, Spain, Canada, Iran, the Kingdom of Germany. Now the North. North Vietnam, the Viet Cong, the Khmer Rouge, Pathet Lao. Well, here's the Khmer Republic. It was a right-wing pro-United States military-led Republican government. In Pathet Lao, the People's Republic of China, Soviet Union, and Cuba, along with Czechoslovakia, Bulgaria, East Germany, Romania, Poland, Hungary, and Sweden, along with Ho Chi Minh. Yep. So, three presidents was during that time were JFK, LBJ, and Richard Nixon. And, well, after 20-some years of fighting, it ended with a decisive North Vietnamese victory. Now in the 70s, Watergate. Let's go back. Back in the 50s, there was a space race between the United States and the Soviet Union. The USSR went to space first, along with Sputnik 1, which was a dog that was sent to space, and also that was during the Khrushchev's era. Now let's go back to the 80s. Reagan was president. Great economy, and the end of the Cold War, where Gorbachev and Reagan shook hands, and that's it. That was the end of the Cold War, and it was the end of the Cold War. This was the Cold War in a nutshell. Yeah, there's like lots of other stuff, but this was the Cold War in a nutshell. Also, back when I used to live with Mom during the second semester, Mom said I was scared teaching her about the 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s. And I want my history buff like my dad. So anyway, thanks for watching. Subscribe for more vlogs. Hit that notification button. Hit that like button. Follow me on Twitter and the Smith. Thanks for watching. See you guys next time. Peace out, my dudes.